Let's go back in time just for a second here. The year is 2007, and a young Khan was rushing home from school in order to load up WWE.com to read his favorite article every single week, the Power 25. Now, for some of you, that might sound incredibly familiar. You might have even lived out that childhood as well. But for others, you might be scratching your head saying, Khan, what the heck is the Power 25? You see, it was this magical time on WWE.com where every single week they would rank the top 25 wrestlers in WWE based purely on the storylines, the matches they've had, literally all to do with the TV show. Nothing outside of what you see on TV. I loved it. Yes, it wasn't always the most accurate. No, it was entirely subjective. But man, did I ever learn a lot about WWE. It was my introduction to a lot of the wrestlers. I didn't get to watch pay-per-views. I didn't always get to watch every single show. And for me, it filled in the gaps between the shows that I missed. And let me tell you, when John Cena would drop down from number 1 in the rankings to like 2, 3, or 4, it was like one of the craziest things I would ever see. Like the day that CM Punk was sitting on top of the rankings, man, it blew my mind. I thought that this is like the greatest wrestler ever. Meanwhile, it was just some dude at WWE.com just subjectively putting together the names. Bro shaped my childhood and he didn't even have a clue. But you see, now I'm an adult, all right? I have a YouTube channel. I talk about wrestling for a living, which is still insane to me. But there's no reason why I couldn't have my own version of the Power 25. So myself and editor Jay sat down to come up with the series idea where every single week I'm going to break down the top 25 wrestlers going in WWE based purely on the storylines and their matches on TV. We're keeping it kayfabe, people. And the best part of it is, this is all subjective, so if you disagree with something that I say, the comments are right there. You can let me know why somebody should be higher or lower on the rankings. So before we dive into the power rankings here for the very first time on this channel, just a couple of ground rules. This is main roster only wrestlers from Raw and SmackDown. No NXT. If you win a lot, you move up the rankings. If you lose a lot, you move down. Major storylines, promo work, or just overall perception on TV all come into play. And of course, if you win a championship or are a champion, chances are you're going to be much higher on that list than your counterparts. And I'm sure as this series continues to develop, we are going to introduce more factors as to how you move up or down the list. But now with that being said, let's get into the very first edition of our power rankings. We also have a section called On the Rise, and this is for any wrestlers who are just on the cusp of breaking into the top 25, but couldn't quite get there. First up is Nikki Bella, fresh off her heel turn against Stephanie Vaquer. It looks like she's going to get a women's world title match, potentially even as soon as Survivor Series. The only problem here is Nikki Bella has not won a lot of matches lately. She's coming off of back-to-back losses. So yeah, Nikki's got to get some meaningful wins in order to break through into the 25. And then there's Aleister Black, who's on the rise. This guy just lit Damian Priest on fire not that long ago, aligned with his real-life wife in Zelina Vega, and then failed to capture the United States title and WWE Championship. While the rematch with Cody Rhodes looks like it's on the horizon, he needs some meaningful wins in order to move into the top 25. Kicking off our list at number 25 is the former United States champion in Julia. While her title run wasn't always heavily featured on Friday Night SmackDown, she did have a solid run with the championship before losing it to Chelsea Green. Unfortunately though, for Julia, she has not captured a lot of major wins during that title run, and she was just there. That's a sign of bad booking. That's not a shot at Julia whatsoever. If she is able to put together some more wins, move up that card, I imagine she'll be much higher on this list in future weeks. But she's at a huge risk of falling off the list entirely if she can't string together some wins. Rumors are that she's going to move up towards the WWE Women's Championship picture, which would be an awesome addition. I'd love to see Julia versus Jade, but until that happens, she's at 25. Number 24 is Drew McIntyre. Bro recently got suspended, so he's at huge risk of falling off the list entirely. In fact, he might be off this list by next week if he doesn't show up and get involved in the War Games match with Cody Rhodes. Obviously, kicking a referee is a lot of fun to watch on TV, but it doesn't do anything for you on this list, so number 24 you go. At number 23, I have the Great White Sheamus. This man just won in the Last Time Is Now tournament to advance to the next next round. He defeated Shinsuke Nakamura in a pretty fun matchup. Unfortunately for Sheamus, he hasn't won a lot this year, so it's difficult to rank him higher than 23. But a big win in this tournament, advancing further on in this tournament, will certainly do him wonders and help him move up the list. Also, the fans love him, so that helps. Rusev at 22 is kind of in the same boat as Sheamus. This guy has not won a ton since showing back up in WWE, but also at the same time, he has had some meaningful wins. Most recently, he won in the John Cena Last Time Is Now tournament, defeating, Damian Priest in a big, meaty match. So I'm excited to see what's next for Rusev. Number 22 is a great spot for him. Also, he almost became the Intercontinental Champion, but just came up short against Dominic Mysterio. At number 21, I have Logan Paul. This is after he knocked out CM Punk. He seemingly joined the Vision, so there's some sort of story going on there with Logan Paul, but his big disadvantage is that he has lost quite a bit, most recently losing to John Cena. So if Logan Paul can't string together some wins, it doesn't matter who he aligns with. He's off the list. At 20, we have the former women's tag team champions in Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Obviously, losing the women's tag team titles doesn't do them any favors. They fall down the list pretty far, almost off the list entirely because of that loss to the Kabuki Warriors. It also doesn't help that they got jumped by Nia Jax in a debuting Lash legend. But what does do them favors is they are representing Team Babyface inside of, say it with me, Regal, War Games! War Games! What I will say, though, is I'm not sure how much longer this tag team will remain a tag team. It might just be a few short weeks before we see Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair back in singles competition. But until then, the tag team, the frenemies, or they're not friends or whatever it is. Anyways, they're at number 20. Yeah, at number 19, we have LA Knight. And fans aren't gonna love this, but unfortunately, he really has struggled to gain momentum. I mean, dude's promos are getting cut off during commercial break, for goodness sakes. It feels like everything is start and stop here for LA Knight. Every time he gets an opportunity, a couple weeks go by, and then it's like he's in the exact same position like he was before. The fans love him, and that is always going to play a factor in LA Knight's popularity. It's going to be near impossible to pull him off the card entirely, but he needs some meaningful wins. He needs to move into that main event scene, and until he does, he's going to struggle to break the top 15. At number 18, we have AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, or as some people have been calling them, AJ Lee, or Phenomenally. Boy, if you don't get... This team formed completely out of nowhere and proceeded to win the tag team titles from the Judgment Day. So if you're a champion, you're on this list. The only issue here is that AJ Styles and Dragon Lee literally don't have much matches together as a tag team. They seemingly formed out of nowhere, and until they start getting more wins, until they are defending those titles a little more often, it's going to be incredibly difficult to put them higher on this list. So, number 18 for you. At number 17, we have the new Women's United States Champion in Chelsea Green. I'm so sorry. And while we are focusing on the main roster, we cannot disregard that she is one half of the AAA Mixed Tag Team Champions alongside of Ethan Page. So that has to play a factor in her being on this list. The only thing is, though, is how she won the Women's United States Championship. It's not like it was a dominant victory over Julia. She literally just stole the title by putting her feet on the ropes. So until we see more meaningful wins, until we get more big-time moments with Chelsea Green as United States Champion, she cannot break into the top 15. Yeet. Number 16 is main event Jey Uso, but he really doesn't feel like a main event player that much these days. More like upper mid-card Jey Uso. Granted, he is coming off of a loss to CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. He was super close to getting back to that level, but couldn't get the job done. However, he is going to be a part of the Men's War Games match at Survivor Series, so that means he's involved in the top story going on over on Monday Night Raw. The question is, does he get more over in that match? Does he get big moments in that matchup? Or do you feel like Jey Uso is just going to be there for an entrance? Regardless, the entrance still gets people going. Kids are yeeting all over the place. Your mom and dad are yeeting all over the place. Your grandpa, if he was going, would be yeeting. So, yeet. Now kicking off the top 15 here, we have the Wyatt Six, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. They seemingly appear here and there on Friday Night SmackDown. They're not always the center focus of the brand, but they've got a pretty cool feud going on with MFT, and that eventual matchup should be entertaining. But my only question is, where the heck is Uncle Howdy? Bro, he is MIA, and without Uncle Howdy, the Wyatt Six just feel like they're missing something. Hopefully he returns soon. And the Wyatts have been good champions, but they haven't been great. great. A lack of credible challengers has kind of plagued their title run, so we need to see more matchups, more fresh teams taking on the Wyatt Six in order to see them just move up this card. But 15, pretty good. Coming in at number 14, we have Tiffany Stratton, the former women's champion. But unfortunately, she got squashed by Jade. Like, Jade destroyed her. And there's no denying that Tiffany Stratton had an incredible title reign. She was awesome throughout it. She grew leaps and bounds. But because of that squash, because of what Jade did to her, it's incredibly difficult to put her anywhere near the top 10 on this list. In fact, I almost had her falling out of the top 15. She needs a bounce back win. She needs a huge win when she returns. Otherwise, man, Tiffy time could be over. At number 13, we have the greatest women's intercontinental champion of all time. And no, it's not just me saying it. OK Sports Illustrated is saying it. Triple H is saying it. Your dad's saying it. Now, Becky Lynch has lost a lot recently, which is almost a testament to how over she still is and how big of a reaction the fans give her every single week. But with these recent losses, you would think it would hurt her standing. But she's been so entertaining, so damn good, and such a mainstay on Monday Night Raw that it would be a shame to have her outside of the top 15. Her feud with Maxine has been surprisingly entertaining, and she has a grudge match with her coming up next week. I cannot see Maxine beating her, but well, if she does, man, Becky's going down that list. And also the best part of Becky Lynch is she makes every second count that she's on screen. It doesn't matter if she only has a minute, 30 seconds, one line, you name it. Becky Lynch gets the most out of her time on TV. At number 12, we have Big Bronson Reed, a member of the Vision alongside of Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker. And we cannot discredit what anything Bronson Reed has done this year. Bro has beaten Roman Reigns. He's pinned Randy Orton. He's pinned Jimmy Uso. This dude has pinned a lot of people. Oh yeah, and also LA Knight. He has been featured in the main story on Monday Night Raw. He's going into War Games. Everything is looking up for Bronson Reed. He's one of the most protected wrestlers on the roster. Number 12 is a great spot for him. At number 11, we have the returning Rhea Ripley. Now, Rhea Ripley hasn't really been on TV that much, but with her return and facing off against the Kabuki Warriors, along with Nia Jax and Lash Legend inside of War Games, this is a big moment for Rhea. And the pop that she got, man, she consistently gets some of the loudest reactions on any given night. She also recently defeated the new tag team champions in the Kabuki Warriors alongside of Io Sky back at Crown Jewel. So if those champs are going to be high on this list, well then, Rhea deserves to be high on this list. And everything that I just said about Rhea Ripley, you can say the same for Io Sky. She gets incredible reactions any given night. She just recently defeated the Kabuki Warriors, and she is going to be inside of War Games. Simply put, Io Sky deserves to be here in the top 10. Coming in at number 9 is the aforementioned new women's tag team champions in Asuka and Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors. They captured the tag team titles this past episode of Monday Night Raw from Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, and it's the perfect place for them right now. They are easily the most over tag team in the entire division, and they are incredible in the ring as well. The matches we're going to get from the Kabuki Warriors moving into the next few months are going to be so damn good. They're also part of the main women's story going into War Games, as they are going to be a part of War Games now. So this makes perfect sense to have the Kabuki Warriors here at number 9. Coming in at number 8, we have the last member of the Vision. It is Braun Breaker. First and foremost, his spear is the craziest finishing move in WWE today. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you have to say. When that dude runs at however fast he does around the outside of the ring and then he drives his shoulder into your gut, yeah, that would hurt. All right, Braun Breaker's got the best finisher in WWE today. Fear the Spear. He also was the man who took out Seth Rollins, who was the World Heavyweight Champion at the time. I know things have been kind of clouded since then, but we cannot forget that Braun Breaker took out the World Heavyweight Champion. Ever since then, the Vision has essentially become focused on him. He is the future. And while you got Logan Paul and Bronson Reed around him, Braun Breaker is the guy. Not only is he heavily protected on the show, he's also going to be featured in the main War Games match at Survivor Series. He's going to be alongside of CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, staring them all down. Hell, there might even be a Roman Reigns in there. That's just speculation. We'll see. He's clearly been positioned as one of the top stars on Monday Night Raw, and that's why he's here at number 8. Number 7 is the former Men's Intercontinental Champion. We got Dirty Dominic Mysterio. And I know a lot of Dom fans out there, their hearts broke when John Cena took the IC title away from him. but we cannot discredit how entertaining and how good Dominic Mysterio has been as of late. Besides losing the IC title, this guy has been on a roll, and it's never anything bad to lose to John Cena in Boston on one of his last nights ever. That's a moment that Dominic Mysterio can survive. Not to mention, he's still the AAA Mega Campeon. He's got a feud with his deadbeat father on the horizon, and he's also coming off of big wins against Penta and Rusev. Add in the fact that his issues with the Judgment Day consistently make for some excellent television, and Dominic Mysterio is a no-brainer here at number 7. Now, he will need a bounce-back win to prevent himself from falling further down this list. Hell, maybe a rematch against John Cena is in order, but regardless, Dominic Mysterio is sitting pretty. At number 6, we have Grand Slam Cena. It's hard not to put John Cena here in the top 5, but because he only just recently returned and he has lost some matches in recent time, like to Cody Rhodes, it didn't make sense for him to be in the top 5. However, him winning the title that he has never won in the Intercontinental Championship is a big deal. And with only 3 dates left, we're not going to be able to put John Cena on this list for much longer. So, John, enjoy it while you're here. Number 6, thank you, GOAT. But now we're into the top 5. Let's kick things off with the United States champion in Ilya Dragunov. Dragunov has been incredible since returning. He captured the United States title from Sami Zayn. He defeated Aleister Black, Nathan Frazier, and Johnny Gargano. He's got a great feud going on with Tommaso Ciampa. Everything is clicking right now for Ilya Dragunov. He is one of the most entertaining wrestlers to watch on any given night, and just his style in the ring is so awesome, man. The way he holds his head, the way he sells, the impact that he has on his moves, literally everything this dude does is intense. If he continues to defend this title, he might very well break into the top 3 in a matter of weeks. Dragunov is that good. He is so damn fun to watch. If you haven't watched anything here of Ilya Dragunov, do so. Go out of your way. His matches are incredible. Coming in at number 4, we have Jade Cargill, the new WWE Women's Champion. This should be no surprise after defeating Tiffany Stratton, ending her title reign. It's just been such a great rise for Jade Cargill, and ever since she turned heel, she feels like she's truly arrived in WWE. But the reason she's so high is because it was such a dominant win over Tiffany Stratton. We're talking about Tiffany Stratton, who held onto that title for how many days? Oh my goodness, I didn't realize it was that long. 302 days. She won it on January 3rd and just recently lost it. That is a historic title run that Jade Cargill just absolutely squashed. And with her winning the championship, it feels like the division has had a little mini reset. There's new challengers stepping up, with KAYFABE and Michin around the corner. Like we mentioned, we might see Julia rise up the card. And then, of course, the rematch between Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. And then there's also potentially Bianca Belair, everything going on with her. Jade Cargill is in a great position right now. This is her division now. Just a few more meaningful wins or a couple of title defenses, and it won't be long before Jade Cargill is in the top 3. But coming in at number 3, we have the WWE Champion, Cody Rhodes. There is no doubt that Cody Rhodes is the face of the brand. Cody Rhodes is the guy in WWE. He's the QB1. He's the main event. If Cody Rhodes is on the card, chances are he's closing it. But it's not like he's been the most dominant champion ever. I mean, it's a main storyline that Drew McIntyre has pointed out time and time again, that Cody Rhodes is being heavily protected by WWE. Kevin Owens pointed it out. You guys at home pointed out every single week. Cody Rhodes isn't necessarily like the biggest fighting champion out there. And while he did defend his WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre at Saturday night's main event, we can't forget that it wasn't that long ago he lost a tag team match alongside of Randy Orton to the Vision. But he is going to be a part of War Games on Team Babyface, and so that is a major storyline going on TV right now. He's the face of the brand. The guy deserves to be here at number 3. At number 2, I have the WWE Women's World Champion, Stephanie Vaquer. First and foremost, she is undefeated in singles competition here on the main roster. That's huge. There's very few champions right now. In fact, I don't think there are any champions right now who can say that they are undefeated on the main roster. She also won the Crown Jewel Championship back at Crown Jewel, successfully defended her title against Raquel, and is now moving into a feud against Nikki Bella. There's actually a case to be made that Stephanie Vaquer should be number 1 on this list. But there's one other world champion out there that just tops her on this list. And coming in at number 1, we have the World Heavyweight champion CM Punk. I mean, let's face it, ever since he won the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam, but proceeded to get cashed in on, it was just a matter of time for CM Punk before he became the world champion again. He's consistently like the most over person on any given show. He gets crazy loud reactions from the crowd. His matchups are always fun and entertaining and must see. But not only that, he's the champion. He's the guy. He's involved in the top feud on Monday Night Raw, and he's going to be a part of War Games. This is a no-brainer. CM Punk starts off our very first ever Power Rankings at number 1. But there you have it. Agree? Disagree? Let me know down in the comments section, as I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this list. It's entirely subjective. It's all in my brain. So if you agree, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. I can't wait to read these comments. Also, thanks for sticking with me. I don't know if I had a little bit of a lisp throughout this video or something like that. My wisdom teeth are still giving me some issues. I got them removed almost 2 weeks ago at this point now, so yeah, they need to get better, man. But as always, if you want to see more of these videos, if you want to see another edition here of our Power Rankings, make sure you leave a like on this video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you never miss another upload. And if you want more Con Man content, be sure to check out my Patreon. There's lots of great stuff to watch over there. We have a random match generator. We have just random watch-alongs as well. We've got our Lucha Underground series. We've got the main event series. There's so much going on over there, so be sure to check it out if you like it. But that's it for me. We'll be back next week. Shout out to Editor Jay for putting this video together. Make sure you show him some love in the comments. And yeah, that's it. All right, let me know your thoughts down there. Comment section. Argue away. Bye.